Hey spooky friends, it is Sonia. Welcome back to another video where we are going to do another design for the fun of Halloween. So this sweet little pumpkin adorning my hair is what we're going to have a go at today. And while I thought it'd be a bit of festive fun to stick it in my hair, I think it's a great little pumpkin that you might like to pop anywhere. Maybe with a little balloon ghost to your friend, you know. I think that could be really cute. To do our design today, we're going to be using a 260 and a 160 and a hand pump. When inflating our balloon, we don't need too much air in there. We're going to do a few pinch twists. We're going to be creating our beautiful little pumpkin with 5 pinch twists. I'm going to take the opportunity to soften the balloon a little bit, especially if you find pinch twists a little fiddly. Let's start off by making 2 bubbles of about the same size, and these are about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. And to help this one to stay together, I'm just going to grasp my knot and twist it in, taking that nozzle end and feeding it through. Feeding the pumpkin. I love that. I really do. So we're going to pinch twist our 2 bubbles by pulling them apart and twisting in opposite directions. From here, we're going to make 3 more pinch twists. We'll do these individually. You can try and soften your bubbles a little bit by, as you twist, before fully committing to the twist, just push a little bit more air back into the working part of the balloon. That can help soften it a little bit if you're feeling it's a little bit tight. But now, holding it as such, I'm going to pull this out and create my pinch twist. I'll just take my working balloon, roll it through some pinch twists until I feel that looks nice and secure. Whew. We have 2 more pinch twists to go. Let's do it. It looks like quite a muddle right now, but we are going to focus on working this last part of the balloon through just a little bit more to help really commit that last pinch twist into the design, and then we're going to straighten it out. Watch which way you go. I nearly undid mine. So now we have something that looks like a little flower. So far, I think it's looking really cute. We're going to leave the rest of the balloon on there just for now because it's going to help us to keep a better hold on that, for 1. For 2, we'll just get rid of it right at the end. Now, forgive me, but I agree it's a little bit wasteful to use a whole 160 green for this. So if you got scrap, even better, but we want to maintain the end of the pumpkin. We want to maintain the end of this balloon because that's going to be the little stalk of our pumpkin. So to do this, what I'm just doing is inflating my balloon. For me, it's about 3 fingers right now. I'm just going to let out a significant bit of air there. So when we are letting air out like this, as I go to twist my balloon, instead of it wanting to go towards the tail end, it's going to want to go back towards the nozzle end because we've already inflated it a little bit here and it's just a little bit more resistant to go into the uninflated side. So to help counteract that, I'm just going to put a little twist down here. This is not a part of the design, but it is going to help us to stay where we want to down this end. So we're going to twist 2 small little bubbles. Look how itty bitty that is. Just a little bit wider than my pinky. maybe it's about a finger's width otherwise. And we're going to do one more little finger's width bubble. So how sweet and tiny 2 little peas. Oop. And if you hold the first bubble and you hold your last bubble, hopefully that little cutie will stay in. Holding the tail end of the balloon back towards the opposite end. Just going to grab it. We don't have a knot here, but that's okay. But imagine almost as if that's what we're doing, and then feeding the tail end through the middle. And that's going to help it just want to stay there a little bit for us. We're going to pinch twist our 2 little peas. Now we're going to have something that looks a bit like this. Now bear with me here. We're going to split these pinch twists to create 4 little bubbles. I would say maybe if you're finding it a little bit fiddly, a little bit too much, just go ahead to make 2 more bubbles in this very similar way. And so we'll be doing a little small finger width bubble and pinch twisting it. But if you are feeling up for the challenge, we're going to split this in half. It's down so I can flap around a bit better. Gripping this bubble between my fingers and thumbs on both hands, and we're just going to squeeze in towards the middle, but then twist in opposite directions. A little bit like as if it was 2 different pinch twists, except it's 1 little bubble. So you can see here 1 of those split bubbles, and we're going to go ahead to do the other. Now, to try and help maintain what we're trying to achieve here, I'm just going to keep on twisting and twist these 4 little bubbles into each other. So hopefully you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. And you've almost done it, so great work. I'm going to incorporate that now into our pumpkin. So leaving yourself a bit of generous length, you're going to get rid of the rest of that balloon. If you feel you would like the security of doing so, you can tie this off, but I think we'll be just fine. Placing it on top of your pinch twists of your pumpkin. And I'm just going to pull that securely underneath and back to the top. And I am going to pull and drag that through the center to really help commit that into the balloon. You can give that end a nice tight pull and release, and it may hopefully disappear up into the design. But if you've got a little bit hanging out, that's fine. You can go ahead to take some scissors to carefully remove that. Speaking of carefully removing, we're now going to get rid of the excess here. Now, I don't know about you, but I really like how it is adorning the hair. Otherwise, like a little ring or on the wrist maybe. I mean, it is small but not too small. It also would make a great accessory for some other spooky design. Oh, I nearly lost my bobby pin. So this is the other little thing that we're going to be using, and I'll be placing the uninflated 260 through this eye of the pin. I want to give myself something kind of decent to work with, so I'm going to keep it to a hand's width. So I'm just going to take that bobby pin, pull this up slightly just to give it some tension to put this on, and I'll slide on my bobby pin. Placement wise, we're wanting it to kind of just be sitting on top of the pinch twists of the pumpkin, but you can also pull it a little bit to really have that. You can feel a little bit of pull happening towards it. But we're going to take our remainder here, we're going to slide that back up into the pumpkin. And then let's give it a bit of a pull. We've got both bits of latex back into the center. And then we're just about ready to pop it into the hair. Did you know to give the best kind of grip, you want to have the bumpy bits pointing down? That's a general rule of bobby pins. I really feel like I'm in the festive spirit with the sweet pumpkins on my head. I am low-key thinking this is a look, and it is cute. Speaking of cute, did you see the ghosts? I'm sure you could not miss them. It's a very cute dress by Little Party Dress. They have other spooky designs. If you like it as much as I do, I'm just going to share a link below, no commission, but it's adorable, and more people should be wearing cute little ghosts, in my humble opinion. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this design, why not give it a thumbs up? And if you have not already, why not subscribe, because I'd love you to join my balloon family. So thank you for helping me to put a positive twist in your life, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!